Goodwill Purchase uncovers authentic piece of Washington's history by Satori News. In the digital corridors of Goodwill's online outpost, a storied fragment of America's past was waiting to be claimed. Richard Dana Moore, a true devotee of historical relics, stumbled upon an offering that seemed too extraordinary to trust, a piece of fabric claimed to have sheltered the very essence of America's genesis, George Washington's tent. Moore, whose vigilance was as discerning as his passion for history was fervent, approached the item with a skeptic's eye. Fakes abound, after all. Yet, the aged note accompanying this enigmatic fragment tipped the scales of his judgment, and Moore placed a victorious bid of over $1,700 for what would become a liaison to the past. The newfound artifact, a 4-inch by 5-inch swatch of history, however, began its journey in secrecy, hidden from Moore's wife Susan, within their dwelling. It wasn't until the piece was authenticated as part of Washington's dining tent that its true value was comprehended, transforming a modest investment to a national treasure worth exponentially more. Reaching out to validate his discovery, Moore connected with the Museum of the American Revolution in Philadelphia. The museum, already a guardian of Washington's sleeping and office tent, was initially cautious yet spirited about the prospect. Curator Matthew Skick attested to the thrill of verifying such a find, focusing on the red wool trim as a sign of genuine provenance. What unfolds is a narrative tapestry as vibrant as any battle standard, depicting the dining marquee from which America's first leader orchestrated a nascent nation's path. Confirmed in its authenticity, the fragment joins the Witness to Revolution exhibition, synergizing with other relics to tell a fuller story of Washington's encampment. The fragment's own odyssey dates back to a time when George Washington Parke Custis, heir to the Custis legacy and the Revolution's ephemera, took to gifting pieces of Washington's tents to preserve personal connections to the hallowed ground of America's identity. Moore's precious segment potentially bears testament to this sentiment, torn away by a John Burns at an exposition, an event resonating with historic nostalgia. Now, Dana Moore's name is etched in the annals as one of the exclusive private caretakers of George Washington's fabric legacy, items predominantly guarded within institutional walls. For Moore, the value transcends monetary appraisal. It channels the echoes of liberty's architects, the whispered stratagems of revolution within the command post's canvas confines. Visiting the museum, the Moores were struck by powerful emotions, standing in the presence of the very textile that intertwined with the birth of a nation, a tangible channel to the fervor and vision that forged their country's foundation. A singular encounter transformed an online browse-bind's history and the everyday individual, an encounter that underscores that the past can emerge in the most unexpected venues, carrying with it a profound sense of connection and awe. It is perhaps a reminder that history's fabric, much like the threads of Washington's tent, weaves through the continuum of time, sometimes surfacing in the unlikeliest corners of the modern world. Thank you for choosing Satori News.